That was 73-year-old Kathy Shupman, who died at her home 4 miles from her perch at Buckhorn Lookout, caught during this thunderstorm that sparked the fire.
When the thunderstorm collapsed, it had outflow winds of 75 miles an hour, which pushed the fire at an unprecedented rate, which left no time for that Klamath River community where we lost the 4 lives. So there was very little time once that happened.
Tom Stokesbury is the U.S. Forest Service spokesman for Northern California. He says Shupman had been a lookout since 1974, one lookout of the year in 2015. And it's not an easy job. You have to be good at maps and directions.
Smoke can be misinterpreted as a water dog, mist in the air. It can be misinterpreted as different things. Sometimes an asbestos might get called in wrong. But the firefighters at the Klamath National Forest had full faith in Kathy Shupman. We've had several comments on our Facebook page and several emails to us saying that she's going to be truly missed because they knew when they heard her voice, the calm voice that she would call a fire in, that she knew exactly what she was doing, and they knew that black bomb they were going to find a fire.
Meanwhile, they're expecting critical fire weather over the next 2 days over the McKinney fire, which has destroyed 87 homes and is now 40% contained. Aldi Kwong, KCBS. Some students returning to class today in Oakland may find that they don't have a permanent teacher yet. As KCBS's Matt Bigler reports, the district is one of many in the Bay Area that still needs qualified educators.
School buses dropped off excited and nervous grade schoolers as parents watched from a distance.
I have a 3rd grader and a 5th grader at Redwood Heights Elementary.
Chris says his kids are happy to be back, especially after experiencing Zoom school. The only bummer this year is the teacher shortage. District-wide, about 40 classrooms still do not have a permanent educator, slightly higher than last year's shortfall.
I guess every industry is a little bit short on people, and we're trying to make the best of it.
We are hiring every day. We're meeting new people who are good candidates every day.
OUSD spokesperson John Sasaki says all classes will be covered for now.
Right now we have either a TSA, who's a teacher on special assignment, kind of a supervisory teacher, or possibly a STIP sub, which is someone who's more of a permanent substitute at a given school, or even central office staff stepping into to that role.
Meanwhile, San Francisco Unified is still looking to hire about 100 teachers. In Oakland, Matt Bigler, KCBS.
San Jose Unified tells KCBS it has 20 teacher positions open, which is fewer than it had the same time last year.
On to higher education now. If you got a student loan to get through college, chances are you're still paying it off. But there is some relief coming for those in public service, as we hear from KCBS's Jim Taylor. Student loans, no laughing matter. Although it is the subject of late-night comedy monologues, Trevor Noah here comparing student loans to an STD, a sexually transmitted disease.
Yes, you can get it by accident in college, but then it follows you around for the rest of your life.
That's a fact. Here's another fact from Attorney General Rob Bonta.
1 million Californians can qualify for public service loan forgiveness, but only about 10,000 have received it. So let's get those numbers up.
The AG at a virtual news conference hosted by the Campaign for California Borrowers' Rights, talking about efforts to raise awareness about this relief program.
If you are a public servant who holds federal student loan debt, I urge you to take advantage of the new opportunity before the October 31st deadline.
As he says, if you're a public servant, the debt forgiveness is there for you, but you need to act. Jim Taylor, KCBS.
Just ahead on KCBS, search efforts are underway to find a missing girl in Placer County.
KCBS News Time 3:08, and sponsored by the Oakland A's, we have an update on your drive. And we begin with that crash, the effort to clear it from the roadways on, 880 in Newark?
Approaching 880, actually a stretch of eastbound 84 in Newark, not looking so good right now. We had a crash shortly after 2:34 cars. We've been getting calls about it too, really jammed up from Thornton Avenue. As you come off the Dumbarton Bridge, got a call.